Monday, welcome back. So I've been thinking a lot over the weekend about how best to structure these videos because I want to walk with you through the day-to-day and the week-to-week of quitting a corporate job and finding a new life and finding a new career. But I don't want to basically make it boring and draw you too much into the mundane of my everyday life. Like earlier this morning, I was doing an audit of my outgoings and looking at memberships and subscriptions I could cancel. So I don't know if you want that level of boring detail. So I'm just trying to think through how to make these videos fun and interesting and accessible and watchable. So I have an idea. What I'm thinking, let me know if you love it or hate it, is that we'll sit down together on a Monday morning and I'll look through my calendar and to-do list and everything that's coming up that week and almost identify a bit of a central theme for the episode based on the things that are happening that week. And then I'll focus the episode on that thing. And then on a Friday or over the weekend, we can sit down again together and almost cover everything else. Reflections on that week, thinking about biggest challenges, issues, things on my mind, career stuff that might be happening or actions that I'm taking to try and make career stuff happen. So this week, looking at the calendar, I have lots of running plans in. So I'm thinking we could do a bit of a running focused episode. And then at the end of the week, we'll do our gossip and natter on anything else that's happened this week. So this is my wall calendar. Ooh, I'm in February. I don't know why I'm in February. It's October. Okay, this is my wall calendar. It is hilariously the everyday couples calendar, and it's just me, myself, and I. But I've got to say, I really love this calendar. I've actually had this same brand. It is called Box Clever Press for the last few years because it gives you loads of room. You've got 4 columns as if you had a partner. If you do, it's great. But you have 4 columns. So I use it for basically what am I doing in the week, and then what gym sessions am I doing, and whose birthday is it, what do I need to not forget, whose anniversary is it, and I want to send them a card. So it basically just gives me loads of room. And I guess some people would say I'm creating space to welcome a partner in. Whenever there is someone who wants to write on my calendar, there's space for you. Actually, there isn't really, because I actually do kind of build it up myself. Here's an example of April. I don't know if you can see, but I do overbook myself somewhat. Anyway, it's the way that I like to keep on top of my diary, and maybe one day I will move to a digital system, but for the time being, I'm really happy writing on my wall calendar. So kicking off, today I'm going to go on a 10k trail run. Trail in London basically means I put on a different pair of shoes and I maybe get a little bit muddy. Tomorrow I've got a one-off physio appointment that I've really been looking forward to, and then I'll do a gym session after that. Wednesday morning, I've got an event first thing about endurance running, and then I will go to the gym following that. Thursday, I'm going to do another outdoor run, probably, 5 or 6k, we'll see how I go, so keep it quite short. On Friday, I will do a HIIT class with a friend in the morning, and then Saturday, I've got a race. So all the running plans this week are building up to the race on Saturday morning. I get very excited for racing. I just really love it. The community of racing in London is just so wonderful, and it's honestly one of my favourite things to do on a weekend morning. So we'll do that together on Saturday, and I'll take you along with some of the pre-prep, what it's like at the race, and then afterwards. And yeah, that is the week in running. Around that, there's going to be different meetings and calls and bits and bobs happening, so I will download you on all of that stuff if anything interesting happens in our Yap session at the end of the week. One thing I would love to crack this week, if we're going to be focusing on running, is how to film whilst you're running. I always see influencers on YouTube and Instagram doing these really smooth shots. Like, I don't know what they're holding or how they're holding it, but they're doing something which means that they can film themselves running in a really smooth and cool way. And I would love to figure out how to do that. So maybe in my trail run today, I might take my phone and see what happens there. And then maybe on Thursday when I go out again, I will take the new camera and see if I can film using that. I'm not quite sure how to carry it. Anyway, I will figure this out and maybe compare the footage and see what I can learn there. That might be my technical challenge of the week. Okay, so this week we will look at the week through the lens of running and see how that goes. Let me know what you think. And I better get my trainers on. I find procrastination for runs is just something else. So I just try and get my trainers on as quickly as possible and then that means that I have to leave. Because I live in a very small flat and it's weird to walk around in squeaky trainers. So that always helps me to get out the door. Anyway, I'll stop talking. I've just realised I have my running hoodie on. Here we go. Very on brand for this episode. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you later on. Oh my goodness, it is officially autumn in London. It's absolutely beautiful. Blue skies and it's cold. The winter coat is out. I'm very excited today because I'm going to a physio appointment at a place called the Running Room, which is a physio that is dedicated to runners in London. I've been looking at them for a little while and I finally booked in for an appointment. I think I mentioned in my first video that I did an ultra marathon just over a year ago, which I absolutely loved, and I'm really keen to get back into ultra running. Unfortunately, as happens with many ultramarathon runners who don't train properly or train too fast, I got an injury whilst I was training and I ended up doing the race and then having to take about 6 months off ultra running afterwards because I had a strain just from training too much. But anyway, I am now feeling good and I'm ready to get back into ultra running. Now I've got more time, I'm hoping to book into some more races and stuff. So I'm going to see what they say today and hopefully I can get a good program in place for exercises that I can do at home to make sure that I'm strong enough and I'm doing the right strength and conditioning alongside my running work. And then hopefully I'll be back on the trails in no time. Fingers crossed, let's see what they say. I'll take you with me. Home sweet home. Oh my goodness, what a great day. Oh, I just feel so grateful right now for the privilege of being able to kind of map out my own days and to like craft a life that feels fulfilling and fun, and just the privilege of that is not lost on me at all. It feels so special. So today, the running room appointment went really well, aside from the fact that the physio said I had really weak calves, so I need to work on that. But yeah, otherwise I'm good to get back into long distance running, which is so exciting, so I can start looking at races and stuff, which is great. And then I went to do some emails and sat down in front of my laptop and doing some bits and bobs. I've had some speaking inquiries come through, which is really unexpected and interesting, and I feel really honoured by it. So I'm going to see if those come of anything and like where that gets to, but that is a strand of life that I kind of wasn't expecting. I just feel so grateful at the moment for this new life and open to whatever it's going to throw at me. So today is a day of positive energy. I'm sure there will be negative ones coming at me, but yeah, just celebrating that today's been good and I feel really, really grateful. Good morning. My goodness, it's so early. This is earlier than I used to get up for work. This morning I'm heading across London for an event about endurance challenges and the impact of those on mental health, and also how you can raise money and what kind of charitable partnerships can look like, which I'm really excited about. The event is with BetterHelp, who provide therapy services, and also Spencer Matthews, who's an endurance athlete. He wasn't always, but he is now doing amazing stuff, and he is about to undertake a crazy world record attempt of running 7 full-length triathlons in 7 continents over 23 days, which is amazing. And I'm really excited to hear more about that challenge, and also the link between that and his mental health and how he's dealing with all of the mental health challenges that come with being an endurance athlete. And he's also raising tons of money for charity and lots of awareness for great charities too. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to get a cup of tea first and then get on my way. Bagel, tea, and then we go. I'm going to brace rush hour. Rush hour, I'm back, but I'm in a hoodie this time. A little bit different. Hello, I'm just back from the gym. Apologies for the sweaty hair. I had the talk this morning and then went to the gym and have just come back, cooked some lunch. I am eating it on a bright blue plastic plate that I bought for my niece so that she would enjoy eating at my house. That's why I feel like a big child right now. But I just thought I would say, I completely honestly, like real talk, have no social plans or like any social interaction from now. It is now 12:30 for at least the next 36 hours. I'm seeing a friend late tomorrow evening, and I guess that's just a new reality of this life, which probably feels a bit lonely at times, because the type of social connection that you have is like manufactured and planned. Like you will chat with a friend or a contact or someone in the industry about meeting for a coffee or dinner or lunch, and when you're in an office, you're surrounded by people all day, every day, and you have this kind of background buzz of social connection that just kind of happens without you trying to make it happen, which is really lovely. And I'm definitely missing that this week. And so want to be mindful of not becoming some kind of hermit who just stays in and doesn't see people, but also appreciating the flexibility of not being around people all the time. So yeah, I'm just trying to find that balance. I definitely haven't cracked it yet. And if there's anyone out there who is a freelancer and has figured out how to stay connected with people in a way that feels a bit more informal, let me know. I'd really appreciate learning from you. So it's a really quiet afternoon over here. I've got a Sainsbury's delivery at 1 p.m, the highlight of my day. And then aside from that, it's literally just me, myself and I. So I'm going to be doing some editing, and I don't want to pretend there's anything particularly fun or eventful going on. It's just very quiet. And yeah, I guess that's going to be a part of this new life. Anyway, I'll eat my lunch. Hello. I'm just heading out on my second outdoor run of the week. I'm going to head up in North London. There's a beautiful route called the Parkland Walk, which takes you from Finsbury Park up to Highgate and up to Alexandra Palace if you go that far. If you live in North London, you'll know it's a beautiful, beautiful run. So I'm going to do that. The weather is looking a little bit dodgy, and I've heard on the news that there is a bit of a storm rolling into the whole of the UK this weekend, which probably means that the race on Saturday is going to be a bit of a washout. I don't mind bad weather, it's fine running in the rain, obviously it's just not as fun. And do you know what, I get a bit nervous because when people are racing in the rain and it gets a bit jostling, I just get scared I'm gonna lose my footing and fall on my face, which I have done before. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy the run today with a bit of dry weather and then brace myself for whatever is to come over the next few days. And I'm gonna take out my new camera on this run because I tried to film on my phone the other day and it was a little bit comical. It didn't go so well. Wow, this is quite technically challenging to film and run. I feel like I'm going to lose my footing and my arm is aching. I don't think this is for me. So I'm going to go with the camera today. I've got my biggest running belt on I could find, which can fit the camera in. I feel a little bit nervous about going out with it, if I'm honest, but it may be the only time I try because I'm just not sure that filming while I'm running is something that I'm capable of, but I'll give it a go for this week's vlog and see where we get to. Seen a squirrel. There it is. Oh, hey! A little bit of wildlife. Hello. I am 4.5k in. Such a lovely run. It's super green. It's pretty quiet, but I did forget about the kids who end school at 3:30. So I've said hi to lots of children on the route. I think I need to get used to filming in public because I'm finding it a little bit awkward. Whenever I go past anybody, I just feel like they're cringing at me. But maybe that's because I'm cringing at myself. And they're just getting on with their day. These two people, just getting on with their day. They don't care about me and my little DJI Pocket 3. Right, I'm procrastinating. Shall continue. I'm just trying the face tracking feature to see if it helps, because I feel like I'm really unsteady holding the camera. I don't know when I watch it back, the gimbal will be balancing it out, but to me it feels like I'm taking you on a very wobbly ride. This is a test. Should we go? Should we do a sprint? I say a sprint. I'm really not very fast. Okay, let's go. I've just seen a little sign strapped up on a notice board saying that someone in the community has places available for the Royal Parks half marathon in a couple of weekends' time. Tempted. Very tempted. Do I do it? I think I'm going to do it. I love the Royal Parks. And it's really hard to get a place. You know what? I actually entered. I just remembered. I entered for a place and I didn't get a place. I think I'm going to email. Was his name Martin? Martin, I'm coming for you. Slightly chaotic life decision because I haven't trained for a half marathon, but it's a honour that we get to move our bodies even if we're walking. I really believe that. There'll be a day when we can't move our bodies, and so until that day I'm going to keep moving if I can. Smell of traumatic ballet classes. And this is the finished look. 90s ballet, very quick, greasy hair, situation. Let's get some breakfast. Good morning. Okay, this is my pre-run breakfast, honed over the years. 45 grams of oats with water in the microwave, and then frozen blueberries stuck in to get some little bites of nice blueberry treats, and then sometimes banana if I have it, and strawberries at the top, and some honey. Delicious, absolutely delicious. I was just thinking, sometimes I feel like we romanticize doing little races, that we're going to have big cheer committees and lots of friends and family on the sidelines, and I just wanted to share the reality of my little racing diary is that I usually don't have anyone supporting. I don't know, maybe like 1 in 4 races I do if there's something a bit more special. Yeah, generally it's just me on a Saturday or Sunday morning going to a random park or like somewhere out of London, a hill, a trail. When I have friends supporting it is amazing. It gives me such a boost to see anyone in a crowd, and I'm just so thankful for the friends who do pop along every so often. But more often than not, I do it on my own. And feels a bit empowering as well to get up on a Saturday morning and just go and do a race, get a medal, be your own cheerleader at the finish line, and then come home and start your day and see friends and hang out and do all the normal stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'll continue with my super breakfast. Oh, missed my mouth. But just give you an opportunity to see the nice porridge of the texture. Oh no, texture of the porridge. I'll stop filming. It's Sunday, we made it. Whew. So the race went well yesterday. I came 11th female, which I was very pleased with. I don't race for places on a chart. I race because I just really love running, but it's fun to nearly be outside the top 10. So it was just like my own personal private achievement. So that was really fun. And yeah, it's been a big week. I'm gonna have to keep this pretty short because I need to run in 10 minutes to the AGM for the London Wildlife Trust, which is my favourite event of theirs of the whole year. So all of the members who donate every month come together and learn about what the trust has achieved over the last year, and it's just such an inspiring day. And as a volunteer, as a trustee, I need to be on time. So we will race through this quick week catch up. I also have a sneaking suspicion that this video is going to be really long because I recorded so much footage this week. I'm actually really scared to edit it together. And I guess the good news is that if you're watching this, I will have edited it to this point, so we somehow made it. But I fear that there are going to be some late nights involved in order to get to that point. So thank you for your patience, and fingers crossed it has been okay so far. So this week there have definitely been highs and lows. On the lows front, as I mentioned, I'm still really trying to figure out this tension between freedom of this new life and social connection, and how to find social connection personally and professionally in a way that feels natural and informal without the container of an office every day. So if you are an experienced freelancer and you have found a way to crack this, whether it is working in coffee shops or co-working spaces or regular phone calls or WhatsApp or I don't know, however you cracked it, please let me know, because I feel like I'm veering daily between being a hermit and then massively overbooking myself and running from one area of London to another to like fit in all of the plans that I've made. And I definitely haven't found the right balance yet, so would love to learn from you. And then also going on, I mentioned at the end of my last video, I have this undercurrent of financial anxiety, and I think I just need to accept that it is going to be a new normal part of my psychology in this new life. I have no more money coming in, and I don't know when the next bit of money will come in. Everything I'm doing and working on at the moment is all volunteer work. And so I just have this daily anxiety that kind of runs along financially. I'm finding myself making different financial decisions and thinking about finances in a really different way. I actually might do a video on it in a couple of weeks' time. I'm thinking of doing a video on my reflections from leaving work after about a month. So I've had some time to kind of put some semi-eloquent thinking together, and I might just do a video focused on that. So that will definitely be included there amongst some other weird thoughts and reflections that I've had. What I have loved about this week is how active it's been. It has brought me such joy to be out every day, adventuring, doing fitness, doing so much running. I've really noticed it boost my mood as the week has gone on. And there's going to be more of that coming, because that half marathon sign I saw, I ended up emailing the man, Trusty Martin, and I've now got a place in the half marathon, which is so exciting. The only issue is I got the date wrong. So I'm dyslexic. Anyone who knows me, I'm awful at dates. I'm forever getting dates mixed up and times and places and stuff like that. And oh, I've just noticed that the camera is slowly going like this. Let me just try and rectify that. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. So half marathon is coming up next weekend. It's a week today, and I haven't trained. I haven't run, as you know, long distance in a really long time. So it's going to be a bit of an experiment. But it'll be fun, and I will walk if I need to, and I'll cover all of that in next week's video, so all of that is to come. Something else that made me smile this week, someone must have known the topic of this video was running, because in the post I got this beautiful personalised letter and certificate from the Christie charity, who were the charity that I ran the 10k for just after I finished work a few weeks ago, and they sent this letter and certificate of me running the race, and I just thought it was such a beautiful touch. Obviously, when you run a race and you raise some money, the charity don't really need to do anything else with you. Like, this is just really kind and so thoughtful of them to send through. It really made me smile. You know, some people have love languages like physical touch or words of affirmation. Mine is receiving post that isn't bills or spam. Like, I love receiving post. I think it's so fun. And I think words and gestures through the post are just such a beautiful, thoughtful gift. And yeah, this really made me smile this week. And then the final thing that I will end on, it might sound a bit weird, but I'm feeling this strange momentum at the moment in this new life. It feels like, you know, if you were walking up a hill and you're carrying a big backpack and then your friend comes along and like lifts up the bottom of the backpack for a few minutes, and you feel this huge relief of the weight no longer being there. I feel like there's someone doing that in my life at the moment. Doors are opening where I don't even see doors. Connections are happening. Things feel like they're flowing. There's this like weird sense of momentum through my day-to-day life. And it's really unexpected and it feels amazing, and I feel incredibly grateful for it. And I suppose if we were to talk about it in more detail, you could say it was about connections and my network that I built over the years and different schemes I've been on, and people just being really kind to try and help me out in this new life. But it just feels really positive. And the final thing I'll show in this video is a snippet from just after a conversation I had for one of those opportunities that kind of has come out of nowhere on Friday afternoon, that is an example of that kind of momentum starting to bubble. And yeah, I just feel so grateful for it, really honoured and very surprised that things feel like they're moving in the right direction, even though I don't really know what direction that is, and I don't have any idea when any of this work will become paid work. Everything I'm doing at the moment is on a volunteer basis. But it feels like I'm on the right track, and it feels like someone is guiding me and lifting my backpack and opening doors or building doors. I don't know. So I will leave it there. I'll show you this clip now and I will sign off. Gosh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much if you subscribed. I can't believe anyone has subscribed, and I feel so grateful for it. Thank you for your views and comments. It's really blown me away. And it makes all of the hours of talking at myself into a camera and late nights sitting in bed editing all worth it, to know that there is a small group of people enjoying these little tiny videos. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you for being here, and have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to my little office with my cold, half-drunk cup of tea. I just wanted to pop on and share some exciting news after what's been quite a slow week. I've just come off a call with Wildscreen, who are a conservation charity, and they run Wildscreen Industry Summit, which is a yearly event that happens in Bristol, where the whole kind of wildlife and nature filmmaking community come together for a couple of days of panel talks and conversation and screenings about all things nature, TV and film. Yeah, it's amazing. And I was planning to go this year anyway, just to be there, but they have just asked me to host a panel with some wonderful people on it. So I'm going to be hosting and moderating at Wildscreen this year, which is really exciting. And I can't wait to get stuck into the subject matter and get my teeth into it and meet the people who are going to be on the panel and figure out how we can structure the most interesting discussion. So that is coming up very soon, in just a few weeks' time. So it just feels like a really exciting way to end the week, and I can't believe that my life is taking this turn. It's really exciting, and it kind of gives me a bit of a boost and like enthusiasm that whilst there are lonely days involved in this new life, there are really exciting things happening. The more that I kind of push myself out my comfort zone and get my name out there and make connections, and I'm truly I'm overwhelmed by what opportunities are coming my way. So here's to Bristol coming soon, and I'm really excited about this panel coming up. I'll keep you posted.